my goodness, guys, 2K ended up seeing this quartz right here, so for 30 million MT, and yes, you heard me correctly, you can see right there, 30 million, and so 2K decided to remove the auction house in NBA 2K24 MyTeam. However, though, they also got rid of limited, so that no longer will be available in 2K24, and they also got rid of the draft mode, as well as so much that I gotta show you guys right now in this video. And to pay respects to the auction house, since we're not gonna have it, like the video to pay respects to it, because all the snipers, you guys remember me, right? I used to snipe like crazy. I had sniper story, I would snipe some crazy stuff, and I was one of the best snipers out there. They would consider me the snipe god. And so the auction house is officially gone, and I'm gonna tell you right now, when it comes to the draft mode, this was expected, okay? 2K is completely getting rid of it, which, you know, they never updated it when it came to 2K23, and they never gave us a ticket to be able to play the draft consistently, so no one literally played this game mode, and you can tell that 2K noticed because they are getting rid of it. And now for me personally, I always loved drafting players, but I always use other websites to be able to do it outside of 2K because they would always limit us and never really let us draft every single player. And so in my opinion, I think the draft mode definitely could have used the revamp and just made it better, but 2K decided to just get rid of it. And so, you know, pay respects to the draft mode as well, even though, to be honest, it's not gonna be missed. And so the draft mode right there is gone. And now we gotta talk about limited too, because right here, man, I'm gonna tell you, bro, I really enjoyed playing limited over the weekend, mainly because I would do this during my streams. That's really where I would do most of my gameplay, would be during my streams, and limited was one of them. I actually enjoyed going after the rewards, and I kid you not, I ended up getting every single limited reward in 2K23 because it was just something else to go after and stuff like that. The rewards obviously weren't really that great over the years or over, you know, the cycle of 2K23, but at the same time though, it was still something else to do. So I am kind of sad to see, you know, limited go, but at the same time though, as long as the gameplay is good in 2K24, I think we'll be okay without limited. And so those two online game modes will be retired, and we still got a lot more that we got to talk about. So obviously we also have to mention the auction house, because I cannot believe that 2K actually did it. There was definitely rumors going around that 2K was going to get rid of it, mainly because again, everybody was buying MT. I mean, look at that, 30 million. Even to this day, I'm over here like, oh my goodness, bro, 30 million. And so 2K decided to just get rid of the auction house, and almost every single person is upset about the fact that 2K is getting rid of it, and they actually are replacing it with the player market, which you guys can see right here. We actually get our first look at the menu, and of course it's going to be the player market, and you can see right there, you can buy MT. And so 2K definitely is going the pay to win route when it comes to getting MT, you know, getting rid of the auction house and making players available with MT and VC. Yes, you can now buy players using VC in MyTeam for 2K24, and so this is what I mean. It feels like it's going to be pay to win, and 2K said that the purpose of the player market is to make these player cards accessible and straightforward for everybody, even though we all know the real reason why they got rid of the auction house, and that's the fact that people were buying MT. And so 2K is saying that that's the purpose according to them. And then of course the player market, a new market that will grant access to almost any card in the game, obviously that's going to be available there. And then also they do say that in previous years the best player cards in the game were only directly available through the auction house at MT point prices that would feel unattainable. And I will admit, you know, when it comes to certain players, especially early on, we were seeing pink diamonds going for over 1 million MT, and so 2K didn't want to see that again for 2K24. And so the new player market is the solution to that right there. And then they do say that with each release, look for new collections to become available immediately. Collections that come with a completion reward will even show the reward and your progress alongside the cards, and if you want, you can outright get an entire set for a discount. And speaking of a discount, 2K also is doing a deal of the day, and so basically it's going to be revolving around a daily deal, which does exactly what it sounds like, making a different release player available for a discount price. And that basically means that certain players from time to time will have a discount on them, and so you'll be able to pick them up in the player markets at a discounted price, obviously. And so that's going to be the deal of the day. And also you're actually able to search the players, and so instead of adding filters like I wanted them to do, like they did in 16 into 2K24, they're getting rid of the auction house and they're adding the searches when it comes to the player markets. And by the looks of it, you're going to be able to search for whatever player you want when it comes to, maybe you want to see the 3-point rating, maybe you want to see the dunking, the defense, whatever the case is, you can now search players in the player market. And now 2K did also say that previously released cards will have their buy and sell values decrease to better match their value at the time of the year. And so for example, say a regular dark matter, we'll use, you know, a simple dark matter like Giannis. His value is going to be super high at the beginning when he first comes out, but then later on, once invincibles and better cards come out, he's going to be cheaper. And so cards are definitely going to fluctuate when it comes to their prices. And for the first time ever in MyTeam history, like I mentioned before, you can now purchase MyTeam team points, which of course is MT. I do wonder, how much do you guys think 1 million MT is going to be? And I'm really hoping that it's not too expensive, because VC is already super expensive. You have to pay $100 for 450,000 VC. So I wonder if 2K is going to do something similar where you end up getting maybe $1 million for $200, which obviously is a lot of money. And so you guys can see, man, I'm telling you, it's going to be pay to win when it comes to getting players for the new 2K. However, though, they do say that the MT rates are improved for 2K24, and you'll actually be able to earn MT by just playing the game. Now, it all comes down to how they're going to be executing that, because if you're able to afford any player that you want by playing the game, then that's going to be a big fat W, right? It's because now you don't need to get 1 million, 2 million, 5 million, 30 million MT for a certain card in MyTeam. You'll actually be able to go after a player you want, because 2K is regulating the prices. And so 2K is deciding how much the players are going to be going for. So for example, you guys can see right here, the Ruby Patrick Ewing, he's going for 28,000 MT. That's going to be the value that he has on the first day of MyTeam. And obviously his price is going to fluctuate as well as better cards come out. And so even though he's 28,000 MT on the first day, you know, a month, 2 months, 3 months later, he's definitely going to be a lot cheaper. Now on top of the Patrick Ewing that you see right here for 28,000 MT, if you do end up getting a holographic one, you can sell it for 112,000 MT. You actually end up getting a 4 times multiplier, and you can tell that 2K knows that we love our holographic players out here, because we're always rubbing them for that extra good luck. Imagine how much I can get for this holographic endgame Taco Fall in 2K24, or maybe a holographic Pink Diamond Taco. That's going to be insane. And then on top of that, 2K did say that if you end up grading your players, you actually end up getting more MT for that as well. If you end up getting like a 10 flawless, the MT value is going to skyrocket. And then also, if you don't get a 10 the first time that you try it, now 2K is making it where you can actually grade a player 3 different times. And so the first time you might end up getting a 9, maybe an 8, and so you can regrade it, and hopefully you get a 10 next time. And then if you don't, you can grade it one more time. And so that's going to be a total of 3 times. And with 2K doing that right there, you guys know when it comes to grading a card, it is just random. So you never know. It could be an 8, a 7, a 9, a 10, a 9.5. And I'm really hoping that 2K also gives us more control over how a card is going to be graded. Say you end up getting a brand new player right away, and then you send it to get it graded right away. I feel like you should have a higher chance of getting a 10 flawless, versus say if you end up playing a couple games with that player, and then at that point it loses, you know, its value, and maybe you end up getting a 7. So I'm really hoping that it's not just random based, even though by the looks of it, it is still going to be RNG. But I will say, I do like the fact that 2K is giving you a reason to grade your players, get a holographic card. And so we are going to be able to earn MT by playing the game mode. According to 2K, we should be seeing like double the MT values and stuff like that. So hopefully they keep their word. And then of course they mentioned my favorite thing when it comes to, you know, MyTeam and 2K. They said locker codes. We are going to be getting locker codes when it comes to 2K24. I'm hoping that that means that we're getting them consistently again. I'm hoping there's some MT in there, some tokens, some players. And now they did say that if you do end up getting a duplicate card in MyTeam, you'll be able to quick sell it for the normal value that we usually see. And so that definitely is going to be a lot lower than say the 28,000 MT you can sell a certain card for. So that definitely will still be there when it comes to just quick selling a duplicate reward card. And they are bringing back unauctionable players, which I gotta say is a big fat L. And I'm sure that you guys would agree with me that unauctionable players need to go. The only way that that's going to be acceptable is if we end up getting a ton of locker codes, a ton of free rewards, and just a bunch of free stuff that we can claim in MyTeam. So if they do that, then they can still have non-auctionable players, but they have to bless us with a lot of stuff. And so just like with everything else, it's gonna come down to how 2K is going to be implementing everything that I mentioned in this video. And so let me know what you guys think about it. If you do want to see more, definitely check out the full breakdown I did for 2K24 MyTeam. And as always, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.